Hey, I'm Nancy Cavey, National ERISA and Individual Disability Attorney. Welcome to Winning Isn't Easy. Before we get started, I've got to give you a legal disclaimer. This podcast is not legal advice, but nothing will ever prevent me from giving you an easy-to-understand overview of the disability insurance world, the games the disability carriers play, and what you need to know to get the disability benefits you deserve. So off we go. Frequently, I get questions about how much a disability insurance claim might be worth. That's a difficult question to answer, but I'm going to try to walk through it and today talk about three things that impact the value of a disability insurance claim. So let's first talk generally about how much my long-term disability claim is worth, how the date you became disabled impacts how much your long-term disability claim is worth, and what a settlement or a buyout of your long-term disability policy or plan is. Okay? All right. Let's take a break before we come back.
Have you been robbed of your peace of mind from your disability insurance carrier? You owe it to yourself to get a copy of Robbed of Your Peace of Mind, which provides you with everything you need to know about the long-term disability claim process. Request your free copy of the book at caveylaw.com today.
Welcome back to Winning Isn't Easy. How much is my long-term disability claim worth? Well, it depends. Yes, it depends. One of the first questions I get is how much is my long-term disability claim worth? And it's not as simple as multiplying the gross amount of your monthly benefits times the number of months of benefit eligibility. In my opinion, there are 8 factors that impact the value of your disability insurance claim. The first one is the date you became disabled. Second, how long the disability policy or plan will pay benefits. 3, whether there is an own occupation disability limit of 2 years, followed by an any occupation disability period through the life of the policy. 3, whether there are any limits on how long the policy will pay benefits for mental nervous conditions or subjective medical conditions. Whether there are any reductions or offsets that will be taken for the receipt of Social Security disability benefits that you or your children might get. 6, whether there are reductions or offsets for any other types of benefits, like a personal injury settlement, workers' comp benefits, or any other kind of offsettable income. 7, your life expectancy based on the disability insurance company's actuarial analysis of your disabling condition. And yes, I know that your grandmother lived to 101, but that's not necessarily how the disability carrier calculates life expectancy. And last, number 8, the standard of review that a court will use to review a denial of your claim. Got those 8? All right. Another question that I get is, well, should I use an online calculator to determine the value of my case? Now, you got to remember that an online calculator might be a starting point, but it's just an estimate of the value of your claim. It's a rough estimate. The true and accurate value of your claim can't be determined with an analysis or without an analysis of those 8 factors that I just outlined. Many disability carriers aren't in the business of paying out a disability insurance claim for the entire policy period. They're always looking for a reason to deny a claim, and they would create reasons to justify a claim's denial or termination. And that will impact the value of your disability claim. I'm going to next talk about what the disability carrier tools are that will impact the value of your disability case. I call this the disability carrier denial or termination toolbox. There are many tools, and these can all impact the value of your claim. They, for example, may use what's called a paper review, where they'll have their doctors, their liar for hire doctors, review your medical records and conclude that you're not disabled, or that your restrictions and limitations assigned by your doctor are not supported, or that your complaints of pain are not consistent with your examination findings. They might have a not so independent insurance medical evaluator who is hired for one purpose, and that is to opine that you are capable of working in at least a sedentary capacity and disagreeing with your physician's restrictions and limitations. And the third factor in the denial or termination toolbox is something called the standard of review, and it's found in the policy. The standard of review can be either arbitrary and capricious, or it can be de novo. And if you have an arbitrary and capricious standard of review, that becomes a license for disability carriers to legally deny a claim or terminate benefits. It's a get out of jail free card, and that will impact the value of your file. So these are just some of the denial or termination tools that can impact the value of your case, regardless of the other 7 factors that I've mentioned. All right, in the next section that I'm going to be talking about is how the date you became disabled impacts how much your claim is worth. And I know that may be strange, but in my view, that's the starting point. Let's take a break.